So you want to know what Parasocial is all about, so I'm going to be going over it in 3 minutes and 16 seconds. Feel free to fact check me on that. Disclaimer that there will be spoilers, obviously, and that this isn't the walkthrough, so if you're looking for that, you should probably check out my gameplay videos out 3 minutes, 16 seconds starting now. In the game, you're a VTuber, which is basically a streamer with a digital avatar so you can hide your face. That's your avatar, that's you, avatar, you, and your pretty awesome setup, honestly. You live in this pretty spacious apartment, which is kind of cool. Life's good until you see that your ex texted you, so you're a little sussed out already, and things basically go downhill once you do your first stream. You play what you normally play on your stream, which you will inevitably lose horrifyingly, and then a viewer on your live sends you a link to play another game, which is a trap, but because it's part of the story, you can't really avoid it. You play the game, do some puzzles, win it, and then you find out your computer has been hacked, and your avatar is gone, and your real face has been leaked, which is pretty fucking creepy, and then you get a text that threatens you to keep playing. Then the next day you realize you have to do some errands because you're a human being who needs to throw out their trash. On your way out, you see someone moving in next door, which is sus. You see a creepy cop just chilling outside your building doing volunteer work apparently, which is sus. And then when you go to the garbage area, there's this guy just camping out there, not moving. And when you throw out your garbage and head home, if you actually look back, you can see him actually steal your garbage. Then you go chill with your friend Asuka. She forces you to get out of the house and go to a coffee shop where people notice you and are really fucking weird and start taking pictures of you. So you go home, do a chill stream, take a bath, and then there's someone creepy lurking around. Thankfully, that's all that happens, but still very scary. Next day you stream again and play the game, but nothing sinister really happens. You finish the game's puzzle and then get hungry, but then you realize you have no food at home, so you order food delivery, but then you get a creepy fan at your door, so you end up having to go get groceries anyways. On your way, you run into your building manager who asks some weird questions, and then you run into your ex at the convenience store who tells you to be sus of Asuka, which is sus in itself. And eventually the convenience store cashier saves you from your ex, but then you notice someone following you home on your way back. He runs away once you get to your building, but then somehow manages to catch up to you in the elevator, which is again pretty goddamn creepy. Once you get to your place, you unblock your ex, and he sends you a picture of your friend Asuka talking to the guy who just followed you home. So now you don't know who to believe, and then before you know it, you find that the stalker has snuck into your apartment. You gotta figure out a way to shank him, and then once you do that, you actually end up getting shanked back by your best friend Asuka with demon eyes, and then you realize that it was all a dream. You wake up and you're still alive. You go to the police, but the officer you run into is sketchy as hell for some reason and doesn't want to take your statement in the police station itself and instead takes you to a nearby park. As you go home, your character starts to feel really scared, and so you call Asuka. You actually blocked her from before when you were suspicious of her, so now you unblock her and she's actually nice about it and ends up coming over and explains that the picture your ex sent was misleading, of course. As you stream, she goes out to get food since you have nothing in the fridge again. This time the game you're playing on stream is a real life depiction of your neighborhood, and you beat the game by getting the character to run to exactly where you are sitting in real life, which is pretty freaky. So freaky that you want to call someone to help you. If you call anyone but Asuka, the stalker comes into your place, knocks you down, there's nothing you can do about it, and your ex plus whoever you called comes to save the day. Turns out he's actually just a piece of shit who set the whole thing up though, and now you're back together with your crazy ex, and you lose. If you call Asuka though, you hear her phone ringing in the balcony. You go and check and see that you can go next door. You hop on over next door and see her phone on the floor, and being the little curious shit you are, you also go inside the unit and see a whole stalker setup with your pictures on the wall and more. You find Asuka tied up in the bathtub. She tells you to get the fuck out and call the police because the bad guy is coming back, and as you go back, you see that the stalker is in your home already. You run out to go to the police station. Mr. Stalker will be running after you. Don't stop. You also run into the building manager on your way out who tries to stop you. Don't stop. You'll lose. You also run into the creepy police officer who also tries to stop you and actually chases you, but don't stop or you'll lose. The game ends once you successfully reach the police station. Afterwards, you see a news report saying that there were 4 people involved in the stalking. The ex's brother who pretended to be a police officer, your landlord who is your ex's mom, and the person who your ex hired to who keeps breaking into your home. And that concludes the game. If you like this content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and also join me on Twitch. See you in the next video.